Nagaland TE Challenge Service officially launched Kuri Dishe Monday. Itu Upper District Transport Office Chumukirama program ekta lushe kode Transport Department laga Commissioner and Secretary Robert Langchari bra special guest ahishe. Tai gushe e challenge de faida bishi ase itu khan kunba ase case transaction nakuregi na transparency anibo violation enforcement action aro penalty khan digitally record hubo citizens khan penalty online dibole paribo jaga de najagina ahibi report ekta sawo.
Application for challaning the people on the road who have violated traffic rules and regulations. For example, we know Dimapur being the, I would say, hub, commercial hub, where all different types of people are here, all different types of businesses takes place. Traffic regulation and traffic enforcement has become a necessity. Hence, the e-challan we start with Dimapur as a pilot district. So this is to congratulate the DTO and team, the police fraternity along with the traffic people and all the officials, even the media, to give a positive, information to the public. So this is a big kudos to us. We are not the end, but we have come to such a state that all the other bugs that were there have been fixed up, and then we can take the application smoothly. The components over here in the e-challan applications are, we have a mobile app, we have a web app, we have the traffic management system, intelligent traffic management system challan web application, which can be integrated with smart city control rooms, where you have, and then automatically the challans are issued to violators remotely. Then violation on camera app, traffic sentinel mobile app is there, and then tow-away mobile app is there for people who have parked their vehicles at the wrong non-parking place. Statistic-wise, starting from 2015, when this application took place, the country has collected a revenue of 60 crore plus. As of 31st of November 2025, 33 states have gone live. We will be the 34th state. And out of that, 39.7 crore challan has been issued. And then 31.13 crore challan has been issued through CCTV notices. That is the remote notices. 17 lakhs have been impounded. 11 crore virtual court cases have been taken. And then out of that, even the courts have been able to collect from the court 262 crores plus. So those are the traffic violators, and then the revenue that has been collected by the respective state as well. The ecosystem of e-challan. How does the e-challan work? Means we have Vahan, which is the vehicle registration fitness, because we need to know the vehicle details. We have Sarathi, which is to do with the driving license and the information pertaining to the person who is driving the vehicle. We have the NCRB from the police, National Crime Record Bureau, where stolen blacklisted vehicles are marked. Violations captured from cameras, that is the intelligent traffic monitoring system. We have PUCCs, because a lot of vehicles are on the road which don't have valid pollution certificates. Then we have another upcoming next gen M-Parivahan app, which is a central level app which caters to complete transport solution. And then all these leads, pillars are all integrated with each other. This is just a feature functionality of the e-challan, of how it takes place. On the spot you have the chalani, then you have the automatic calculation of the penalty because it's already inbuilt. Then on the spot portal based challan settlement means he can either pay on the spot or he can pay as how he wants to online through a POS machine. Geotagging of the challan spot where the violation has taken place. Then we have the multiple challaning mode. We have through the POS machine, we have through CCTV, RLBD, etc. Laser speed gun violation, and then over the camera app. Backend integration takes place through Vahan and applications already to know about the vehicle details or the driver details. Then on the spot, if required, it goes to the court if it cannot be settled on the spot.
Department, we have hardly, I think, 30 enforcement officials, 30 officials, that is covering the whole of Nagaland. I think police has to play a very, very important role on this, on enforcing of e-challan today, which has just been launched. In fact, Motor Vehicle Department is the second largest earning revenue department in the state of Nagaland. We have a state plan of around 1,000 crores. In that, we are contributing around 260 crores. That is our last financial year, our revenue. So if this kind of enforcement do increase our revenue, it will go a long way in helping a state like Nagaland, which is revenue deficit. And I believe it will go a long way. Because today with the launch of e-challan, so many things have come up. I believe we'll all work together as a team. And in fact, I'm very grateful to the officers of the department who has been working tirelessly in order to bring this kind of a system where we have transparency, where we can collect properly, and where there's a system that is followed. And I am also happy that we are not the last state. Rules that has been followed by our drivers. And many of us, we have learned driving, not through proper driving schools, but on our own. So as far as enforcement of rules, following of the traffic rules, many of us are, not that we don't follow, but we also ignore it in many aspects. So that is one thing I think this e-challan can bring in. In fact, we have certain other programs that is on the pipeline, but the scope of motor vehicle department has expanded in such a way it is touching so many other issues now. And we need good number of specialists in the department who has knowledge about this. In fact, today marks a very important milestone in Nagaland's journey towards transparent, efficient, and technology-driven governance. Because it is a great privilege for me as a Commissioner Secretary of Transport to formally launch the e-challan system for the state. For many years, our enforcement machineries have relied largely on manual process. That is one of the drawbacks. We are collecting less revenue, as well as enforcement is not there up to the mark. For many years, our enforcement, as I've said, was manual, often leading to delays, inconsistencies, and challenges in tracking violations. With the rapid growth of vehicles on our roads that we see today and increasing complexity of traffic management, it has become imperative that we modernize our system. The e-challan system brings several transformative benefits to us. Transparency is one thing, as I've said, because with e-challan, everything is fixed. You cannot negotiate anything, and everything goes to the government treasury. And eliminates cash transaction, because here we pay electronically. So there's no cash transaction as such, and reduces the scope of discretionary decision. I cannot just decide, okay, you give me 10 rupees. Your fine is 100 rupees, give me 10 rupees, give me 50 rupees. No, there's a system that is fixed in the system, like Vahan or Sarathi that we have. We cannot manipulate anything. So that is one important aspect of e-challan. And efficiency, real-time verification of vehicle and driver details through Vahan and Sarathi database. So that is the advantage of why e-challan is important. accountability. Every violation, every enforcement action, and every penalty will now be digitally recorded. So every violation is digitally recorded. So there's no human hand in that. So anything if we want to manipulate, system will not accept, and it will all show in the days to come. So convenience for citizens. Citizens are like, if I'm not carrying a cash, or if some issues are there in the jungle, if something has gone wrong, so at least I can use this facility, and everything has become very convenient for us. Penalties can be paid online also, reducing the need for physical visit and saving the valuable times. We don't have to come to the office to pay all our fines. So all these advantages are there. Integrated enforcement, seamless coordination between transport, traffic police, and other enforcing agencies. So that has become very important for us. That cohesion has to be developed. Now we cannot function independently. Everyone is touching everyone. So I think our team has to function as a team. And the initiative is aligned with the Government of India broader vision of Digital India. So Digital India is, whether we like it or not, it is there. Today we'll have to accept it. We cannot have the whole system continuing. So, and complements our state commitment to building a modern, citizen-friendly transport administration. So that is one very important e-challan system that we have, why we require e-challan. As a step towards safer roads. Because once we start challenging someone, I as a driver becomes more aware, more careful in the days to come. So road safety remains one of the most pressing concerns for Nagaland. We have the National Road Safety Authority in the state Road Safety Authority is there, and this has been monitored by the Supreme Court Committee. So this aspect has become very, very important for us. And despite our best effort, we continue to witness avoidable accidents. So this is what we see mostly, I think one of the highest fall areas, this area. Chumukirima, Dimapur sector, we have seen over the years, over the months, that maximum accident cases takes place in this area. Not that in other places it doesn't happen, but because of the traffic. And many may cause by speeding, drunk driving, and non-compliance with traffic rules. So this may be avoided. And with each violation will be detected and recorded more accurately. Repeated offenders can be tracked. Repeated offenders, because one time you find it, you disappear. No. Officials can take targeted action based on data and trend. What is available with us? The records that is available with us. The digital system will help cultivate a culture of responsible driving, ultimately leading to safer roads for all citizens. So in fact, if you see the roads, hardly any footpath is there. We are talking about smart city. A smart city has certain parameters. You have to have this facility, which we cannot do it. So the roads are there for the vehicles, roads are there for the public to work, and for materials, construction materials, everything is kept in the road. If you come to Kohima today, Kohima is congested not because of only the roads are small, but so many people have bought vehicles. There's no parking place. And that bylaws, whatever laws that is there by the municipality is also not been enforced. Because of that, everyone has parking on the roadside. There's double parking. There's hardly any road left for the vehicle to pass through. So this is one of the biggest challenges that we have today in our state. Not only in Kohima, but many of the other districts. Enhancing government-citizen trust. This e-challan will have that relationship develop. People will trust us. People will trust the government. With the system is transparent, the relationship between the public and the enforcement authority becomes stronger. E-challan fosters this trust by ensuring no hidden process. Nothing is done behind the table. No unnecessary delays, a fair, consistent, and accountable framework. Our citizens deserve a system that is fair and free from ambiguity, and e-challan is a big step in fulfilling these expectations. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the traffic police and the Home Department for their partnership in this. NIC, whose technical expertise has made this project possible for us. Otherwise, without their help, still we'll have a long way to go. Because as I've said, we are not technically equipped to bring in a system like this. And officers and the staff of the transport department who has worked tirelessly in order to launch today's e-Challan. The launch is not a culmination of our effort, but beginning. It's a beginning of our new chapter. Because by launching this, we don't go to sleep. Our work starts from today onwards. Our enforcing agencies, our other work starts from today. The way forward, how do we move forward? As we move ahead, we plan to expand e-Challan coverage to all the districts. Now this is Dimapur being a very important district with the concentration of vehicles here more, with issues more here. So we've launched today here, but this will be expanded to other parts of the state. Integrate automatic enforcement cameras where feasible. Those automated cameras are coming up everywhere. You can see the highway. If you go outside the state, everything is captured by the high-resolution cameras, and automatically even fines are imposed like that if you go to the highways. So that kind of technology will also be incorporated in the days to come. Strengthening data analysis for better policy making. Because in order to have policies, a government is not an expert in every field. The highest policy makers are our politicians. So we need to advise them, we need to share our experience, we have to advise them, guide them. Otherwise, policy decision becomes wrong. If a policy decisions are wrongly made, then it affects the entire population. So that is one very important thing. And ensure that citizens are well informed. For this, I encourage our media friends and our department concerned to please highlight this, because this is a very important thing. Because without mobility, we are talking about Viksit Nagaland, that is developed Nagaland. Without mobility, nothing will come. We may have the best airport, we may have the best railway stations, we may have certain other things, industries and this coming up, but without proper transportation, nothing will come. Because without this mobility, we don't go forward. So this mobility becomes the most important thing in order to lift up to the next step. That is for a developed state, like any other states. In a bigger state like Maharashtra, like we have seen UP, we have seen the southern states, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, they are talking about $1 trillion economy. We are a trillion and a half trillion dollar economy today. The Indian economy is, we are fourth in the world today. But we are talking about this state becoming a $1 trillion economy. So we have to also catch up. And our things will improve only with mobility. So I think e-Challan goes a long way in helping us in so many other factors. And our vision to make Nagaland a model state in digital transport governance, that every service from the registration to enforcement is transparent, efficient, and citizen-centric. So that is very, very important. We become a developed state. In order to have that, we should have all this system that is there in other developed states. Without this, we don't go forward. So I will encourage each and every one of us here today, please take this forward. Launching is one thing, but this is just a beginning. We have to do bigger work. That has to be, our effort will show in our datas in the days to come. Otherwise, we have just launched it, kept it hidden. No, I think our system has to change. So in order to make full use of this advantage, our officers, our department, sister department, we all should coordinate, we all should work together and bring about this program to be a big success. In conclusion, I would like that the e-Challan system today, we affirm our commitment to modern governance and safety, safer mobility. So that is one very important governance, modern governance and safety. The initiative will not only enhance enforcement efficiency, but also build a more disciplined and responsible traffic culture in our state. Because we have to start following traffic rules in order to avoid this kind of congestion. Why congestion is created? Because you and we are not disciplined. We talk about it, but we don't practice it. So if we have to be a little patient, we'll have to be patient.
Well, I believe this introduction will also enable us to be very careful while driving in Nagaland. We are missing the jog, but apart from the jog, I believe that this launching will help us build a better society. In the first place, it will discipline our traffic behavior. It will discipline our attitude towards even use of our vehicles, use of public spaces like the road, and will also enable us to be mindful of other road users, including the pedestrians and even the animals on the road. So I believe that in the long run, this application will help us contribute to bettering our society, to bring about a more qualitative individuals in the society.